Welcome to this program. Today we are going to discuss about the silent future of the group theory, the fundamental concept of group theory. And you must know what is the meaning of group. A group is a collection of elements which are interrelated by certain rules. This is the definition for the group. And the characteristic of a group. One, the product of any two element or the square of each element must be an element in the group. 2. Every group consists of an element which commute with all other elements and leaves them unchanged. This element is known as identity element. That means each group must consist of an identity element. The third one is an element combines with itself to form another element of the group. This is the third important character. An element combines with itself to form another element of the group. Four, every element of the group obeys the association law of combination. If A, B and C are three elements of the group, then AB into C, that will be equal to A into BC. That condition should be obeyed by the element present in the group, the important character of the group. Fifth one is every element has an inverse or reciprocal which is also an element in the group. The element and the inverse combines to give an identity element. This is the fifth important point. Now we are going to explain all these five important rules by taking a simple example. Let us consider a set of numbers between minus infinity to plus infinity to form a group by multiplication process, and the group does not contain 0. Minus infinity to plus infinity, the group which does not contain 0. The numbers satisfy the above rules, the following rules. Now you consider the first rule. The product of any two element must be present in the group. Let us consider 2 into 4, that will be equal to 8. The 8 is also present in the group. The square of an element must be present in the group. This is also a first rule. 2 into 2, that will be equal to 4. That is 2 square will be equal to 4. The 4 is also present in the group. The third important rule is the group must contain an identity element. Here the identity element is 1. It is multiplied by any element, it gives the same element, and is also commute with all other elements present in the group. Let us consider 2 into 1, that will be equal to 1 into 2. Here the 1 is the identity element. The fourth rule is the associate law of multiplication must be hold good. 2 into 4 into 6, that will be equal to 2 into 4 into 6. This is by 4 rule. The fourth one is every element has an inverse. An element is multiplied by its inverse, it gives an identity element. 2, an element multiplied by inverse 1 by 2, that will be equal to 1. Therefore the group which contain minus infinity to plus infinity except 0 obeys all the rules of or all the characteristic of a group. Therefore it is an example of a group. Now we are going to discuss about the types of the group. There are three different types of group. One is abelian group, 2 non-abelian group, 3 cyclic group. The first one is abelian group. Here the condition is that the group in which all the elements commute with each other is called the abelian group. Two elements A and B are commute if AB will be equal to BA. These conditions are satisfied, then A and B are commute with each other. For abelian group, all the elements present in the group must commute with each other. Suppose let us consider, we already discussed, a set of numbers between minus infinity to plus infinity except 0 form an abelian group under the multiplication process. The 0 is not included as an element. But let us consider any element. Suppose 2 into 4, that will be equal to 4 into 2. 5 into 6, that will be equal to 6 into 5. 10 into 11, that will be equal to 11 into 6. All the elements present in the groups are commute with each other. Therefore, the group minus infinity to plus infinity except 0 is an example of an abelian group. The next one is a well-known example of abelian group is C2B. The C2B equal to E C2 sigma V dash. There are 4 symmetry elements present in the C2B group. The C2B group is an abelian group because all the elements in the groups are commute with each other. Let us take example. C2 into sigma V, that will be equal to sigma V into C2. C2 into sigma V dash, that will be equal to sigma V dash into C2. Sigma V dash and sigma V, that will be equal to sigma V into sigma V dash. C12 into C21, that will be equal to C2 power 2, that will be equal to E. And E is the identity element, and this identity element is commute with all other elements present in the group. Therefore, C2B is an example of the abelian group. And the second type is non-abelian group. A group is said to be non-abelian if all the elements present in the group do not commute with each other. All the elements present in the group do not commute with one another. This is the condition for non-abelian group. A simple example for the non-abelian group is C3V group. Is a non-abelian group. The group consists of E, C3, sigma V1, sigma V2, sigma V3 are symmetry element. We can say E, 2C3 and 3 sigma V are the symmetry element present in the group. All the elements are not commute with one another. C3 into sigma V1 is not equal to sigma V1 into C3. C3 into sigma V2 is not equal to sigma V2 into C3. Therefore, all the elements are not commute with each other. Therefore, C3V is not an abelian group. The third one is the cyclic group. A cyclic group is said to be a cyclic group if all the elements of a group can be generated from one element. That is the main condition. Let us take A square, A cube up to A power n form an element of a cyclic group with A power n is an identity element, and n refers the total number of elements present in the group, and it is called the order of the group. N is called the order of the group. The elements are generated from one element of the group. That group is known as cyclic group. The roots of the equation x power n minus 1 is equal to 0 form a cyclic group. The very important point is all the cyclic groups are abelian. Now you have to consider 3 important points regarding the cyclic group. One is an element, all the elements are generated from a single element. The second important point is the roots of the equation x power n minus 1 equal to 0 form a cyclic group. The third one is all cyclic groups are abelian. And the another example for the cyclic group is trans 1,2 dichlorocyclopropane and hydrogen peroxides are the example of the molecule which possess symmetry operation corresponding to a cyclic group of order 2. C2 power 1 and C2 power 2 are the two symmetry operations present in this group. This is an example for the cyclic group. And trans 1,2 dichloropropane and hydrogen peroxide. The point group of trans 1,2 dichloropropane and hydrogen peroxide belong to the cyclic group of order 2. The second one is the root of the equation x power 4 minus 1 is equal to 0 form the cyclic group. The elements of the group are I, minus 1 and 1, and these 4 elements form a cyclic group. But these are the 2 examples of cyclic group. Subgroup: any subset of collection of elements which forms a group is called subgroup. These elements of a subgroup should obey the following conditions. Therefore, the subgroup, the element present in the subgroup must obey the general characteristic of a group. This is one example. And the subgroup is a smaller group which is derived from a bigger group. That is one another definition for subgroup. And there are some important conditions for subgroup. It is given in the next slide. The one is element should satisfy all the rules of a group. 2. If G is the order of the group and X is the order of the subgroup, then G by S a natural number. These are the 2 conditions should satisfied by the subgroup. One is the element should satisfy all the rules of a group. 2. If G is the order of the group and S is the order of the subgroup, then G by S a natural number. Let us consider the point group C2B. There are 4 subgroups are possible. One is E. The 2 is E and C2. 3. E and sigma V. 4. E and sigma V dash. The 4 subgroups follows the general characteristic of a group. And for C2B group, the order is 4. There are 4 elements are present, then the order will be equal to 4. For this first subgroup, the order is 1. The 4 divided by 1, that will be equal to 4. It is a natural number. For the second subgroup, the order will be equal to 2. There are 2 elements are present. E and C2 are present. Therefore, the order will be equal to 2. The order of the higher group is 4 divided by 2. That will be equal to 2. It is also a natural number. And similarly for the third subgroup, the order is 2. Therefore, the order of the C2B group is divided by the order of the subgroup. 4 by 2, it is also 2. It is also a natural number. Similarly, in the case of 4, the order is 2. Therefore, 4 by 2, that will be equal to 2. And these 4 subgroups obey all the conditions of a subgroup. Therefore, subgroup 1, 2, 3 and 4 are the subgroup of C2B group. Now you consider the another subgroup E, C2, sigma V is not a subgroup because the order of the C2B group is 4 and the order of the subgroup is 3. 4 by 3 is not the natural number. Therefore, this subgroup E, C2, sigma V is not a subgroup for C2B group. Similarly, the subgroup of D4H points group are DNNE. This is one subgroup. Another subgroup is D4C2V. The another subgroup is C2CI. For D4 point group, 3 subgroups are possible and the 3 subgroups obey the rules of a subgroup. The next one is isomorphic groups. If the 2 groups have the same order and the structure and one-to-one correspondence between the members and the same relationship between the members are called isomorphic group. The first condition, the 2 groups will have the same order and the same structure. The second one is there is a one-to-one correspondence between the members of the group. Let us consider the example E C2, EI and E sigma H are the isomorphic group. And for these all the 3 groups have the same order, same structure, order equal to 2 and they have the same structure and there is a one-to-one correspondent. E correspondent to E and E correspondent to E and C2 correspond to I and I correspond to sigma H. Therefore, there is these 3 groups obey the condition for isomorphic group. Therefore, these groups are E C2, EI and E sigma H are isomorphic group, and this is the example for isomorphic group also. The next is order of a group. It is defined as the number of elements present in the group. The symbol of the order of the group is H, and you have to calculate the total number of elements present in the group. We will discuss some example. Let us consider C to be point group. The symmetry element presents are E, C2, sigma V dash. There are 4 symmetry elements are present in the group. Therefore, the order will be equal to 4. Let us consider C3V. The symmetry element present in the group are E, 2C3, 3 sigma V. 1 plus 2 plus 3, that will be equal to 6. The total symmetry element will be equal to 6. Therefore, the order of the group is 6. The order of the group is nothing but the number of symmetry elements that present in the group. And the symbol for the order is H. Similarity transformation. If A and X are the 2 elements present in the group, then X inverse of A into X, that will be equal to B. B is the similarity transformation of A by X, and X is known as similarity transformation element. For carry out the similarity transformation, and L6 multiplied by X inverse first and then multiplied by X, it gives you another element. The method can be applied to symmetry operation of water molecule. The similarity transform of a particular operation is obtained with all the operation as follows. By example, you consider E minus 1, then multiplied by C2, then E1, it gives C2 power 1. The C2 minus 1 is the similarity transformation by E. Similarly, sigma V minus 1, C2 power 1, sigma V, that will be equal to C2 power 1. And sigma V dash minus 1, C2 1, sigma V dash, that will be equal to C2 power 1. The fourth one is C2 dash power 1, C2 power 1, that will be equal to C2. And these are the simple examples or simple operation of similarity transformation, and that is the meaning of the similarity transformation. This is the classes. 2 elements A and B in a group form a class if they are conjugate each other. That is very important. If elements are conjugate with each other, then they belongs to a class. The conjugate elements are related by the equation X inverse of A into X, that will be equal to B. If we take similarity transformation, if it gives another element, then A and B are conjugate each other, where X is the another element of the group and X is the similarity transformation element. Here X inverse of A into X, that will be equal to B, means the transformation element is X. A and B are conjugate each other. The element in a class should satisfy the following condition. 1. The order of the class of a group must be an integral factor of the order of the group. The operation of water molecule belong to separate class. In every group, the identity operation belongs to one separate class, since it commutes with all other symmetry operation. It is to be noted, every symmetry operation in an abelian group belongs to a separate class, because in abelian group all the elements are commute with each other. Therefore, every element in the abelian group belongs to a separate class. A best example for classes is the element present in the abelian group, they belongs to a separate class. The main condition is the elements should commute with each other. This is the one of the condition to form the class of a group. The property of a conjugate element. If X inverse of A into X, that will be equal to B, then B is the similarity transformation of A by X, and A and B are conjugate with each other. The first important property, each element is commute with itself. Each element is conjugate with itself. x inverse of A into x, that will be equal to A. A and A are conjugate with each other. Our first example is, the first property is each element is conjugate with itself. B, if B is conjugate with A, then A is conjugate with B. We already told x inverse of A into x, that will be equal to B. That means A and B are conjugate with each other. Then x inverse of B into x, that will be equal to A. If A is conjugate with B, then B is conjugate with A. The third important property is, if A is conjugate with B, then B is conjugate with C, then A and C are conjugate with each other. X inverse of B into x will be equal to A. X inverse of B into x, that will be equal to C. If A and B are conjugate with each other, x inverse of B into x, that will be equal to A. If B and C are conjugate with each other, x inverse of B into x, that will be equal to C. If C is conjugate with A, then x inverse of C into x, that will be equal to A. And if A is conjugate with C, x inverse of A into x, that will be equal to C. That meaning, if A is conjugate with B, then B is conjugate with C, then we can say then A and C are conjugate with each other. These are the three important properties of the conjugate element. Discuss now we are the group multiplication table. The elements of a group can be listed in a table is known as group multiplication table. The table reveals that the different relation between the elements of the group. The symmetry operation of a water molecule are listed in the group multiplication table, that is C2V group. The main principle of this group multiplication table is, an element is listed only once in any column or in any row in the multiplication table. You know very well, in C2V point group consists of E, C2, sigma V and sigma V dash symmetry element present in the group. And here the importance of group multiplication table is, and we can find out the result without doing operation. Simply cross multiply it in the group multiplication table, you can get the result. Suppose you consider C2 into sigma V, and we can immediately say the result is sigma V dash. This is then the important application of the group multiplication table. We are going to explain the group multiplication table by taking the C2V point group. The C2V point group consists of E, C2, sigma V dash. Suppose you multiply E into E, the result is E. E into C2, the result is C2. E into sigma V, the result is sigma V. E into sigma V dash, the result will be equal to sigma V dash. That is, the identity element must commute with all other elements present in the group. That is, the operation does not change any element. Similarly, you consider C2 into E, C2. C2 into C2, it is equal to E. C2 into sigma V dash. C2 into sigma V dash, that will be equal to sigma V. Similarly, sigma V into E, that will be equal to sigma V. Sigma V into C2, that will be equal to sigma V dash. Sigma V into sigma V, that will be equal to E. And sigma V into sigma V dash, that will be equal to C2 dash. Sigma V dash into E, that will be equal to sigma V dash. Sigma dash V into C2, that will be equal to sigma V. And sigma V dash into sigma V, it is be equal to C2. And sigma V dash into sigma V dash is equal to E. And here you note, if you consider any row or any column and symmetry element is listed only once, this is point number 1. The point number 2, you multiply the same operation. Let us take C2 into C2, or sigma V into sigma V, or sigma V dash into sigma V dash. It gives the identity element. and without carrying out the operation we can easily find out the result. Let us consider you carry out the operation C2 into sigma v, the net result is sigma v dash. Let us consider the second element in the first row and the third element in the first row. You multiply these two, you will get sigma v dash. Without multiplying or without carry out any two operation, we can find out the result. Let us consider sigma v. It is multiplied by C2. It gives sigma v dash. The result is sigma t cell. But without doing operation, we can easily find out the result. This is one of the important application of the group theory, and here we have discussed the one example of C2V, the multiplication table.